بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Interpretation of the Holy Quran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. With the help of Allah, we have started to have a brief interpretation of Quran. We reached to chapter Al-Qalam. This chapter is revealed in Mecca and it has 52 verses. Please listen to verse 4.
وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ.
Allah says, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. And most surely you conform yourself to sublime morality. In this verse, Allah is praising His Prophet, His Messenger. And among all His qualities, Allah is talking about His moral. The moral is a very important issue in our life, and since Allah has sent the Prophet to guide the people and to be the role model of the people, the moral and his morality is playing very important role in his life. This is the reason that among all prophets' characteristics, Allah is talking about his morality. I would like to point out to some narrations that have been written in the book of Mizan al-Hikmah about prophets' moral. Really, these narrations are going to help us to take the Prophet as a role model for ourselves and to find out the importance of moral in our life. There is a narration that Imam Ali, peace be upon him, says, رُبَّ عَزِيزٍ أَظَلَّهُ خُلْقُهُ وَذَلِيلٍ أَعَظَّهُ خُلْقُهُ. Imam Ali says, many people, they were humiliated people, but their moral brought them up. And they succeeded in their life, although they had a lot of problems in their life, only because of their moral. And opposite of that, رُبَّ عَزِيزٍ أَظَلَّهُ خُلْقُهُ. Many people were honored because of the parents, because of the education, because of their background. But أَظَلَّهُ خُلْقُهُ, he humiliated them, their morality, their moral. Because they had very bad moral, people ignored them. It means there are some people that they have very good knowledge, but only because of their moral, you don't want to have a relation with them, and even you don't want to get knowledge from these people. The opposite side also. Some people, they have no knowledge, they have no money, they don't have anything. But because they have a good moral, everybody loves to have a relation with him or her. So this is the role of the moral. There is another narration from Imam Hassan, peace be upon him, that he says, Husnul khulq ra's kulli bir. The good moral is standing in the highest level among all good deeds. If we want to give the number and grade to good deeds, we will see the good moral will bring the best grade. Because the good moral is something that if when a person has, he is going to have a very strong relation with others. He will attract the others easily. In the time of problem, people enjoy to help him. People enjoy to have a relation with him. If he's a teacher, they love to be his student. If he's a student, they love to be his teacher. This is the role of moral. There is a narration from Prophet, peace be upon him, that he says, إنما تفسير حسن الخلق إن أصاب الدنيا يرضى وإن لم يصبه لم يسخط. There is a narration from Prophet that he says, peace be upon him, if you want to know what is the good moral, sometimes, okay, we say good moral or moral is so important, but how? And what is the good moral? Prophet says, good moral means if a person gets or gains something from this world, he is happy. If he doesn't, it still is okay with him. So this person is satisfied all the time. وَإِن لَمْ يُصِبْهُ لَمْ يَسْخَطْ. It means if he doesn't achieve, if he doesn't have a good job, still he is happy. Have you seen some men, when they have a good job, they are very good people, they respect their family a lot, but they have a little, when they have little problems outside, they bother their children, their wives a lot. Have you seen some women, when they go, for example, to a celebration, their families, they enjoy, they are very happy. But if they find some problems, if the husband asks them not to do this or do something special, they are not happy. This is not a good moral. Good moral, it means if we get something from this world, if we achieve something, if we have a good job, good money, thank God. If something happens, some problems happen, still we are happy. A good wife is the one, if the husband asks her not to go somewhere, still she is happy. Can you imagine a wife that all the time her husband says, do whatever you want, and she is good, she has a good moral? Of course, she should have a good moral because her husband doesn't say anything. Good moral will be understood when something is ordered, for example, by the husband, and she doesn't like it, but still she is okay. From the opposite side, the same. If the man, for example, has a good moral because anything he says, his wife is listening to him. She obeys him all the time. We cannot say this man has a good moral because there is no reason to fight. If he says something and his wife ignores and he will be patient, then it means he has a very good moral. There is a narration from Imam Ali, peace be upon him, that he says, إن الأبد المسلم يبلغ بحسن خلقه درجة الصيام القائم. Imam Ali says, when a person has a good moral, by his moral will achieve or reach to a degree that a person who makes fast only because of Allah, he reaches to such a level. So to have a good moral is the same as a person makes fast only to make Allah happy. There is a narration from Imam Ali, peace be upon him, that says, من مكارم الأخلاق أن تصل من قطعك وتؤتي من حرمك وتعفو عمن ظلمك. If you want to know what is a good moral, it has three signs. One, أن تصل من قطعك. If you have some families, some members of the family disconnected his relationship to you, and he doesn't return your call, he doesn't come to visit you, he doesn't care anyway. If you connect with him, if you call him, if you visit him, this is one sign. So whoever is disconnected his relation to you, you should try to have a relation to him. Not the people that are coming to you all the time. Sometimes they are coming, sometimes you are going. No, this is normal. This is like business. They give something and you give. No, the person that doesn't come to you, intentionally doesn't come to you, you go and visit him. This is one. Second, وَتُعْطِي مَنْ حَرَمَكَ. Give something, some money and some help to somebody that he deprived you. Some times ago you asked your friend to get some money and he had money but he didn't give you. He said, I don't want to give you, I can't trust you. Now he needs you and he asks you to give money. Oh yes, if you have a good moral, you are going to give him. Not the person who is rich and every day you expect him to ask you something to do because you want to get more help. No, the person that he did not reply to you, you are angry, but he asked for help. Help him. Third sign, تعفو عن من ظلمك. Forgive somebody who has oppressed you. Be able to forgive. Brothers, sisters, if we are not able to forgive others, we should know that we are weak and this is not a good moral. We should be able to say, I have forgiven all. I have forgotten everything you have done to me. Not many people can do such things. Few people, those who are staying in a high level of morality, they have such a moral. There is another narration from Imam Sadiq that he says, الخلق الحسن يميت الخطيئة كما تميت الشمس الخبيث. In Islam, sometimes when the clothes or, for example, the earth, the wall, if it is not clean, and if it is wet and it is not clean, by sun it will be cleaned. Imam Sadiq says, as the sun cleans some items in some special circumstances, the same we will see the moral, good moral, will destroy the bad behavior. Sometimes we have done something bad to the others. If we have a good moral, it removes that. As the sun removes something dirty. There is another narration. Imam Sadiq says, حسن الخلق يثبت المودة. Good moral will establish love between the members of the family and between the friends. So if you have a good moral, you must understand that it brings love and establish love and kindness among the members of the family, between the friends and with anybody else. Prophet, peace be upon him, says in another narration, خصلتان لا يجتمعان في المؤمن البخل وسوء الخلق. There is another narration from Prophet, peace be upon him, that says there are two attributes that the mu'min does not have, these two attributes in any circumstances. One, al-bukhl. Second, wasu'ul khulq. Al-bukhl, it means to be stingy, not to be ready to spend money, opposite of generosity. When he wants to spend money even for his family, it's too difficult for him. And another one, the mu'min, that mu'min doesn't have, a believer does not have such an attribute, is su'ul khulq, to have a bad moral. So we will see that bad moral is close to the stinginess. There is another narration from Prophet, peace be upon him, that somebody came to the Prophet and said, "Oh, the Prophet, there is a lady that she is worshipping Allah a lot, but she has bad moral. She abuses others. When she talks about somebody else or to somebody, she uses bad words." Prophet, peace be upon him, said, لا خير فيها هي من أهل النار. Even if she worships Allah, this is not good. She is one member of the hell. She is a hellish person. Why? Because she has a bad moral, although she is worshipping Allah. But the bad moral will delete the good deeds. We have understood that the Prophet, peace be upon him, is a very good role model for us, and we should learn from the Prophet to have a good moral, especially with wife and children and husband. This is a duty that we achieve a lot by having that. Thank you very much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.